These are rubber stamps. They're beautiful, aren't they? It's interesting though how one even begins to start a business like this, let alone pay the bills. But it's very possible. I have the pleasure of meeting Anna, the owner of the Ink Pad. Join me in meeting someone who's turned her passion into a business. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Sure, it's called the Ink Pad.
And where are you guys located?
We're at 7th Avenue and 13th Street in Manhattan.
And when did you start?
I actually started this business in 1998. So that was, I think 18 years ago, by my recollection. Going on 19 this year since we just had the new year.
Yeah. And what do you guys offer primarily?
Well, primarily we have rubber stamps, scrapbooking supplies, paper, anything to do with paper crafting, mixed media. Some people get into we're doing like a stamp carving class in a couple of weeks, so that'll be fun. And we do card making classes. So anything to do with being creative, using your hands, and just unique artwork.
Right. And if you can share with us how you started this or what inspired you.
Sure. Well, I actually have always loved rubber stamps. I am the daughter of a New York City high school art teacher, and I've always loved rubber stamps and being creative, and there was no place to buy just rubber stamps here in New York City, and I couldn't believe it, and I was looking for something different to do, and I had a prior business selling balloons and party supplies, and then ended up carrying a few rubber stamps and a few more and a few more and a few more, edged out the balloons, and here we have the Ink Pad.
And do you find that the demand, it's always changing, I'm sure, right?
It is. I mean, over the years, originally I started off we had stamps for greeting cards specifically.
Yeah.
And then over the years, scrapbooking has evolved since then, and people want items for scrapbooking. So we started carrying some stickers, some paper flowers, something called washi tape, glitters, glues, all kinds of different tools. Even bookbinding has taken off. People like to make a handmade book. So those kinds of supplies are what we have evolved into.
Right, because for a small business to survive, you have to be quick, you have to be nimble, and see where the market's really going.
You do. Although I have to say that our main basis is just the wood rubber stamps, which we have thousands of. They're beautiful on their own, and they're great for doing greeting cards.
Sure. And is this something that you see will be timeless, will be around for a while?
I think so. when I was a kid, I had rubber stamps, which I still have. So I think that they can be passed on even from generation to generation. People do there's a little bit of a collectability factor, and people do tend to want to amass their own little collection of their favorites.
So this is definitely something Ben you grew up around, and also would you say it's a passion of yours?
I would say, yeah, absolutely. Oftentimes people will hear me just say, oh, where did customer will come to the register and they'll have a stamp. I'm like, I love that stamp. And they're like, it's right over there. And it's just something I didn't see come in or whatnot, even though, just went by me. But yeah, I always love rubber stamps. I always will.
Now, so let's say for anyone who is in a very niche market like you, but is afraid to get into it, what would you advise them?
Well, you do have to have enough to cover all your bills for probably a better part of a year, and in New York City, maybe even 2 years, just because you never know. We have beautiful sunny days, and sometimes there's not a lot of customers. Whoop. And that's the truth. And then there are, snowy days like last Saturday, and we had lots of people in here. So it's it's really hard to balance.
You know what I think it might be when it's cold out, people just want to start writing letters or something and just...
Yeah, absolutely. Writing letters, writing cards. Everybody's doing thank you notes after the holidays. Yeah. That's a popular thing in January.
Sure. And one last question. It's a little bit more personal.
Okay.
But every business has ups and downs. Yeah. How did you get through some of the downs?
Well, everybody who knows me knows I have a very positive attitude, and I just keep going. No matter what, you just keep going. You say tomorrow's another day.
Awesome, Anna. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
If there's a will, there's a way. Whether it's rubber stamps or selling magazines, a lot of hard work and a great personality can go a long way. Thanks for sharing, Anna, and thanks for watching.